This week, students from the Ilfracombe Academy and Year 6 students from the Ilfracombe Junior School and surrounding areas got the chance to take part in workshops set up by the Bloodhound SSC team. SSC stands for Supersonic Car. The workshops were set up to help inspire students into taking design technology, mathematics and science. The workshops were inspiring and the students had lots of fun. They took place throughout the whole week, and at the end of each session and each day there would be a special presentation for the whole students. The students enjoyed this thoroughly and are now happy to have been part of the workshops. First of all, Dylan interviewed one of the scientists from the Bloodhound team.
Bloodhound is a supersonic car, so the full name is Bloodhound SSC. So it's a car that's going to not only break the current land speed record, it's going to break 1,000 miles an hour. But it's also, the whole project is about inspiring students to take up studying and careers in science, technology, engineering and maths. So think about it as a way in this generation's Apollo moment as such.
Okay. What do you think of the Bloodhound?
I think of it as a very, very cool and very exciting car. It looks absolutely magnificent. Looks very good, and the team as a whole is absolutely brilliant. And to be able to keep that record in the UK and try and inspire people to do science, technology, engineering, and maths, to me, it's absolutely incredible, and it should be something that we should do that.
Okay. Do you think that it will break the land speed record?
Yes, it will. It will break the land speed record. We'll break it this year, at the end of this year, about November. We'll break it because it currently sits at 763 miles an hour. We'll be doing 800 miles an hour by the end of this year. We'll take it back next year to do 1,000 miles an hour again. So we'll break it. We'll actually break the world record probably several times over the next year or so.
Okay. If you could sum up the Bloodhound in one word, what would it be?
Astonishing would be the word for me. Okay.
Next, I took the time to interview one of the teaching assistants from the Ilfracombe Junior School. She said how she thought it was inspiring for the students. Inspire the children.
To never give up. They haven't given up. They've always wanted to break the record and it's persistent.
Do you know what the Bloodhound project is?
I know more now than I did when I met you.
And finally, if you could sum up the Bloodhound in one word, what would it be?
Fast.
Okay, thank you. And lastly, Sam interviewed one of the electricians who helped build the electrical circuits for the car itself.
Project is really, really good for inspiring kids into science, into engineering, science, technology, engineering and maths.
Do you think it will beat its target?
I'm very certain it will beat its target, yes.
If you could sum up Bloodhound in one word, what would it be?
Exciting, definitely exciting.
Hello, today we are here at the Ilfracombe Academy reporting on the Year 8 Fire Awareness Training Day, and we will be talking to the firemen, students and the teachers involved in this event.
You just stand up and speak about it. Hoax calls, what do I mean when I say a hoax call? Yes mate?
When you phone to see there's like a fire or something.
What, ring your mum?
No,
Emergency services, that's who you get with the 999 call. Okay, so we know about that. What about, and when I say arson, who knows what I mean when I say the word arson?
you make deliberate fires to harm people or to...
Well, it's not about just harming people, it's damaging anything by using fire. Okay, that's what arson is, damaging anything. So it may even be your own property that you're damaging and you think, well, that's alright, we'll still set light to that. No, you can't if it's putting other people or other people's property in danger by doing that. Alright? So that's what arson is, it's damaging something by using fire. Or being reckless.
Now we're going over to Lucian and he's going to be interviewing some year 8s for some facts for you guys.
Alright, so I'm going to ask you a few questions about the fire awareness. Is that okay with you?
Yeah.
Alright, good. This is for the BBC School News Report. From this event, what have you learned?
Not to plead to fire, no, with fire. And if I'm a witness, then I need to tell someone.
Alright, very good. That's great. If there was a chance, would you like this event to happen again?
Yeah.
Now Lucian's interviewing a lady from the fire service, and he's going to be asking a lot of questions for you.
We're here with Charmaine, who helps out with the fire service. She goes around to schools and teaches them about the way the fire and how to prevent it works. I've got a few questions for you. Cool. What's it like to be able to teach kids like the awareness of fire?
It's a truly rewarding job that I get to do and go around and actually speak to young people and hopefully influence how they behave to stop them, ever having anything to do with negative fire and the connotations that have with fire and the dangers that it has. I was lucky enough to grow up in an environment where I was very aware of all the dangers of fires. So now to be able to give that and to pass that on to other children that may not have environments that are taught that on a daily basis, it's really rewarding to know that hopefully the information that you give will be able to help prevent fires, and then also they know what to do if there is a fire.
Okay, so like doing work like this, what would you do on a daily basis before going out showing?
As an advocate, we have more of a part-time role. Obviously, we work alongside the firefighters and the fantastic work that they do. In terms of a daily basis, because it's more of a part-time role within the service, we just make sure we know we're running alongside the national curriculum, and we know that we have engaging activities for the children so they actually remember what is being said, because if the firefighters used to sort of come around and do this job as well, obviously they're really busy with other things, and just to have that relationship to be able to present more of a topic that would be remembered better rather than the firefighters with their deliverance of it, they're better saving lives in fires rather than coming around to schools doing all this.
Alright, thanks. That's all for it. Thank you.
Now Lucian's interviewing Mr. Baker and asking him why he thinks these fire services coming to the school is really important.
Hi. We're here for the school news report. We're doing about fire awareness. We'd like to ask you a couple of questions.
Okay.
First question is, do you think the fire awareness is good for the students?
It's very important to make them think about their fire awareness and things that they might not otherwise sort of spend time sort of thinking about for themselves. So yeah, obviously fire is a very serious topic. Yeah.
Right, thanks. Good. And one last question. If it was able, would you like the fire service to come in maybe next year for the other year 8s?
Definitely, it's important that the current year 7s get the same experience and encourage them to think about the same serious issues.
Okay, thank you. That's it. Cheers.
That's all from me and Lucian today, and we'll see you back in the studio with Matt and Dylan.
Hi, this is Will, Ilfracombe Academy. I'm interviewing Mr. Slee, Head of PE and Year 9 Rugby Coach. So, can you tell us about the tournament your boys were in?
Yeah, so on Friday the 6th of May, I took the Year 9 rugby team to the Devon County Tenniside Finals, which were held at Exeter University. It was all the top local teams in the area qualified for the tournament via their area competitions. The area competition that our Year 9 rugby team hosted here and went on to win, so that's why we qualified.
How do you think the boys worked at the tournament?
The boys made real improvements during the tournament. The qualifier was in the early part of the season, and we were really on form, and unfortunately for whatever reason our form dipped since then. The previous day we had a summer-side tournament and the boys didn't perform to their usual high standards that they set themselves. However, at the tournament they really upped their game, and against some extremely powerful and strong and well-drilled sides, the boys really held their own and put in some great performances.
What positives do you think the boys can take from the experience?
I think the experience probably did the boys' confidence a lot of good. We've got our North Devon semi-final cup competition coming up next week, and I think going into that against perhaps a weaker team than we were used to playing at the tournament, our boys will have a lot of confidence, especially in the way that they kept the ball, went forward, broke tackles, and defended against some very big and powerful sides.
And finally, in the future, what do you think the team could do to work for harder and strive further?
I think before the team leave at the end of next year, finish their rugby competitions, they should be striving to win our area competition. We're still in it. We have a good chance this year, playing Braunton in the semi-finals next week. If we win that, that's likely to set us up with a date at Barksville Rugby Club with Pilton, who are the strongest team in the area. And I think the ambition of the team should be not only to get to the final, but to beat Pilton as well and win the competition.
Thank you very much. Back to the studio.
This week is Willy Wonka week for our Year 7s. This week we'll talk around the famous Roald Dahl book, Charlie and the Chocolate Factory. I'll be interviewing Miss Welsh and Year 7 students. What is Willy Wonka week?
Willy Wonka week is a special week of lessons for Year 7. It's all around the topic of chocolate, and it's a chance for them to demonstrate their literacy skills right across every subject at school.
What made you come up with the idea of Willy Wonka week?
We were concerned that while students know in English that they have to paragraph, they have to use persuasive techniques, they have to use full stops and everything like that, they know how to practice their reading skills, that in other subjects they forget that those skills are just as important, and this was a way of getting them to realise that they need all those skills in every subject.
What is the award for the students?
Well, it's quite a hard-fought competition. The tutor group that gets the most number of golden tickets is awarded quite often. They get like little mini cream eggs and things like that. For the individual students, obviously, because every year we run this in the run-up to Easter, it's huge chocolate Easter eggs on the prize.
Okay. How do students earn the awards in like different subjects?
Okay, well what they have to do simply in each of their subjects is they have to show that they're demonstrating really good literacy skills. So they might be doing a fantastic piece of persuasive writing in geography, or they could be writing up an experiment accurately in science, anything that's literacy based, even down to just having really good discussion, showing really good group work, because that's part of literacy as well. If their teacher or someone coming into the classroom sees that, then they award a golden ticket which gets passed on to their tutor.
Okay. Do you think this makes Year 7s work harder?
I hope so, but as well as that, it's about having a little bit of fun, thinking about practicing your literacy skills. But I do think it's kind of quite motivating, and people kind of start to see a reason behind the literacy, that it's important.
Thank you, Ms. Welsh.
You're welcome.
Students have been working really hard on trying to get these golden tickets.
Hello, my name is Stephen, and I am here with Mr. Phillips and Mr. Teeling. So, hello, sir.
Hello, Stephen.
So I just want to ask you a few questions today. So, when was the AstroTurf opened to students and public?
The opening date was around May or June of last year. It was a very, very momentous day for the Academy, with it being one of the biggest developments that the Academy has seen, probably second behind the art block. But no, it was a really, really positive day with students coming out and having an all-day tournament on the AstroTurf. I myself and another member of the PE time, Mr. Slee, were very fortunate enough to be the first members of staff on this AstroTurf, so I've got a bit of bragging rights there, Stephen.
Okay.
But it was a really good day, and like yourself, you coming around at the break time and lunchtime, seeing the atmosphere, all the kids enjoying themselves, smiles on their faces. We had a local member of the MP come up and cut the ribbon, and North Devon Journal coming up and taking reports. It was a really, really good day for the school and for the community.
Okay, and there's another question. Who wanted this to be an AstroTurf?
The AstroTurf, I think, was on the agenda for a good 20 or 30 years. It's been something that's been quite high up the list of priorities for the Academy for a number of years now. Fortunately enough, Mrs. Marshall coming into the head teacher role, she almost saw that as a high priority for the Academy, something that we really found significantly important for the Academy to get, with Braunton, Pilton and Park all having one. And it was something that the students really thrived on to have at the Academy, and fortunately enough, we're here now. We're in lovely summertime, and the Ash is going to be used by all students, all members of staff hopefully, and it's just a great asset to have at the academy.
Okay, and how long did it take to build then?
It took roughly about 3 months, I'd say. Like I said, the contractor started knocking down the top courts, which was a bit of a palaver at the beginning, with that knocking out quite a few playing areas for each year. But after the contractors and the builders started getting underway, it felt like really no time at all, because everybody here at the academy was so excited to finally have the Astro here. So it felt like a couple of weeks, but no, about three months to say that from start to finish.
Okay, and just one more last question. What is it used for? Why is it useful?
Oh, it's now a massive part of Ilfracombe, not only for the academy here itself, with our PE lessons having such a wonderful facility. I mean, as we look behind us, we've got a rounders game going on now. But obviously its main purpose is football, but like I say, rounders, rugby, cricket, all real summer games and team games that have got the opportunity now to play on this Astro. Not only for the academy, but for the community as well. Looking at our youth footballing teams down from as low as 6 years old all the way up to our adult footballers. They can use it, they come and play fixtures, they come and play training sessions, and it's really a fantastic sort of icon to have at the Ilfracombe, and something that we're going to cherish for many years.
Okay. Hello sir, you've got some pictures today, haven't you?
Yeah, I've got some pictures here of how the AstroTurf has gone through the 3 months that it's been built in. We have at the start where we've got the top courts here, where they've currently demolishing the surroundings of it. They've eventually now started work on the AstroTurf, where they started laying out the grass and putting all the stuff back all together. This is where the grass has been laid, and they've started to draw the lines now on the pitch. And we also have the finishing of the AstroTurf just there as well. Great facility to have as well. So hopefully,
well, a fantastic thing to have the Ilfracombe Academy.
Yeah. Thank you, sir.
That's all right.
Thank you.
Lovely.
Thank you.
Cheers.
This is Chess Club. Here's an interview with Mr. Godber.
Is chess?
Well, it's a club in which we play chess and hope to improve at chess and learn the joyous game that is chess.
Okay, good. Why did you start chess club?
Because there was no chess club, and we clearly needed a chess club because it helps make our minds all the mightier.
When is it on?
Every lunchtime.
What do you like about chess?
Well, I like the fact that it's a battle, but no one gets hurt. And I like the fact that with only a few rules, every game is different in some way.
Okay. If you could sum up chess club in one word, what would it be?
I'm going to have to use the word chess, I think.
Okay. What's the most exciting bit of chess club?
Well, every year we take part in the largest chess tournament in the country, which is the UK Chess Challenge. And everyone in Chess Club has the opportunity, in fact everyone in school has the opportunity to come along and play 7 games, and those that do the best go to play in the Devon area mega final. So that's got to be the most exciting part of Chess Club.
Yeah, okay, cool. Do you have any plans for chess club in the future?
Well, hopefully we'll get more people beyond the mega final from Devon into the southern area final, which we've done a couple of times, and hopefully we'll get someone one day to the final Terra final in London, and who knows, one day someone might scoop the £2,000 first prize.
Okay. It's a bit of a strange name, Terra.
Well, it just means very, very large.
Okay.
Can I stop?
Okay.
Do I just click the same button?
That's alright, you can edit that.
Hi, it's Millie, and now I'm with Mr. Baker, the head of music department. Why do we do Battle of the Bands?
Because it gives everyone the opportunity to do something maybe they've not done before, but everyone always has the opportunity to perform, and it just puts everyone under the pressure to see what how they react and what sort of reaction they get from themselves when they're asked to perform. Some people are used to it, some people aren't, so it's a fantastic experience for everybody.
Do you enjoy this topic as a teacher?
I do, yes, and for those reasons that I just mentioned, I think, because I get to see everyone performing, which is naturally the thing in music that everyone wants to do. Everyone comes to lessons, they want to do a practical lesson, so yeah, it's the most practical of experiences that you can have in music, and it's yeah, it's fantastic fun.
And tell me your favourite moment so far.
I'm not going to mention any particular names, but I can think of a couple of students who I'd never heard perform before. And probably are playing instruments that they'd never played before, and they just sat back and think, wow, you've done a great job of performing there. So there's people who are singing who I'd never heard sing before and think, wow, you've got a fantastic voice, and that's just brilliant. So it's those type of experiences that I enjoy the most.